Hello everyone, this is LJ7117 and I am doing something new for the channel just to get uploads for you guys to watch and enjoy. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is kind of a vlog series where I basically just talk about anything I recently watched, whether it be movies, TV shows, anime, or hell, maybe I'll include games in there if I play any games that I want to talk about, and keep in mind that these are all vlog based. I'm just going to be using stills, no real big editing, and I'm not using a script for this, so just keep that in mind. Also, there is a small update I want to give to you guys, but I'm not going to do that here. You can read the description for that if you really want it, and regards of what I'm going to be doing for reviews this year, because I have a big plan for that, and it's going to be fucking awesome. Anyway, so recently, I took to watching an anime I actually got for Christmas this year. Not this year, last year. You idiot! Christmas hasn't happened this year! Anyway, the anime in question that I got was an anime called Steins, which I heard a lot of good things about. I'm familiar with the fact that it is a visual novel. I remember that one time during a Let's Dub stream, I think we actually played it at one point. I could be wrong, though. I could be remembering shit wrong. Tyranny, feel free to call me an idiot in the comments if I got that wrong, but yeah, so I was interested in the anime. I asked for it for Christmas. I actually got it, much to my surprise. So yeah, and I watched all 25 episodes over the course of the last month, and yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest here. I absolutely loved every single minute of this anime. In fact, I'm gonna be honest, I think it's my new favorite anime of all time. It actually beat Code Geass for me, which I'm impressed by. The story basically follows a scientist by the name of Rintaro Okabe, voiced by J. Michael Tatum, as well as his two associates, well, one associate and one self-proclaimed hostage, a fat guy named Daru, and one of the cutest characters I've ever seen on screen, Mayuri. They're basically kind of exploring theories of time travel, something called Steins Gate. When something happens to Okabe, when he sees a young girl named, Kurisu, voiced by Trina Nishimura, he finds her dead, and as soon as he texts his friend Daru about it, something weird happens, and now she's alive again, and now they're trying to figure out what all the time travel shit is about. They meet other people and, like, try to solve their problems with, like, you know, they're using their problems, like, trying to solve them as tests for the time machine. It starts off pretty funny and lighthearted, but then the more they screw around with the time travel, the more they kind of get neck deep in a pile of shit called life. There's so much that goes wrong, and I can't really get into it without spoilers because the thing is, I want to keep these vlogs spoiler-free, so just keep that in mind. The thing is, like, you know, the first half of the series actually starts off very lighthearted, very fun. It's very character-driven. It keeps, like, you know, it's more about, like, you know, these quirky characters and, like, their interactions with each other and, you know, how they're working with this time machine. But then the second half goes crazy in all the dark themes it needs to go to, and how much is at stake, and all the bad shit that can go down. And while I like the first half a lot, the second half is where the series starts to really shine for me, but at the same time, I'm sorry, that was a Facebook notification. These vlogs are not professional! But at the same time, that first half is very much necessary because it helps establish the characters and sets up, like, these little domino pieces before knocking them down and getting the plot really going. So, while the second half is arguably superior, you still need the first half, and the first half is still solid overall. Again, it's hard to go through this without really spoiling the shit out of everything because I can't go into why I see this anime as the masterpiece I do. But it's just, I like the idea that it goes into this, the second half, it might be me looking too deep into it, but I like the fact that the second half seemed to present this idea that no matter what you try to do, like, even with the best possible result, there's always the need for self-sacrifice, like, you know, someone needs to go that extra mile, like, put others before themselves, and that's what I really like about it, because while it could get dark, fucked up, while it can be funny and humorous, it has a lot of heart and it has a lot of meaning to it. And I think that's why this really connected with me, and it certainly helped that the characters are likable. Okabe made for an Okabe made for a charming protagonist on his own, being over the top and silly. Daru was pretty funny in his nerdy references. Kurisu was the deadpan snarker, and she was one of my favorites to tag along with. And Mayuri was just so goddamn adorable, and every second she was on screen, I was smiling. The voice performances definitely helped. J. Michael Tatum, who I mostly know for his work as Sebastian in Black Butler, absolutely nailed every aspect of Okabe's personality. Tyson Reinhardt, who, once I finally get to the Danganronpa the animation review, you'll hear I'm pretty critical of his performance as Hifumi Yamada. Oh jeez. But, his performance as Daru makes me want to take back every bad thing I said about that performance. His performance in Danganronpa, the animation, because he was just so damn good here. Trina Nishimura was awesome as Kurisu, always, nailed everything she needed to do, from the deadpan snarker type of personality, but also managing to get kind of the more sympathetic angle on the character pretty down. Ashley Birch, who I mostly recognize as the voice of Chloe in Life is Strange, she absolutely nailed Mayuri to a T, and I'm still surprised that it was her playing the character, because the only other thing I'm familiar with her in, the only other things are Attack on Titan, where I think she played Sasha, and that shitty Persona 4 rhythm game where she replaced Laura Bailey as Rise, but I don't remember her performance because I tried to repress that memory of that game. But yeah, I was surprised that she was Mayuri. She did so well that I honestly kept forgetting it was her. Other than those four, you have all the acting is great. You have Jeremy Lay, Jessica Kavanagh, Lindsay Seedell, Jade Saxton, Christopher Sabat, Brina Palencia, and Patrick Seitz, among others. They all do wonderful. It's probably some of the best dub work I've seen from Funimation, and that's saying a lot considering most of the time they normally turn in solid material. Most of the time, like I said. As for the animation, it's gorgeous. Everything looks beautiful. There wasn't any time where it was ever lacking in the art department, and the music was amazing. I'm hoping to get the soundtrack at some point. Hell, I might just play the visual novel because it's widely available on stuff like PS3, so who knows. But yeah, as far as negatives are concerned, I really don't have too many glaring ones. There is a part later on in the series where they find out the identity of some mysterious individual named FB, and without spoiling who FB is, the reveal is fairly interesting. I thought, as soon as it was revealed who it was, I was like, yeah, that works, but they didn't really give time for it to linger or for it to have much of an impact, so... But it wasn't a glaring issue by any means. I understand they kind of had to get on with it, but still, something I kind of noticed. Guys, if you haven't watched Steins Gate yet, I highly recommend you do. Recommend getting the Blu-ray. It's $30. I believe it's $30 on Amazon, which is a great price for what you're getting. It's 25 episodes long. It's a very fascinating journey with plenty of heart, plenty of humor, and plenty of intelligence. I highly recommend this one. So, if you guys want me to do any more of these vlogs on movies, anime, games, or whatever, just feel free to comment if you have any requests. I can't guarantee I'll get to them, but I can certainly try my best. So, until next time, take care.